theme and this, and if you find that your inference differs from the commentary, then think that the commentator has flipped here. All that you find in the original scriptures must tally with your experience. Now you are able to connect the writings with your experience. You have experienced and the growth and the subtle and the transcendent and the divine and this kingdom of heaven within. What all that means, to some extent you have experienced by this meditation for a few weeks. So it should be this is the first hand knowledge, and from that you know. Too much of reading, not good. Confusion, more of confusion and waste of energy and waste of... No.
What other books would you consider original scriptures?
Bible, Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad, original scripture.
Maharishi, when you say original scriptures, who is the author of the... We have so many different authors of the Upanishads have been written by so many people, the Gita has been written by so many people. Which one?
Oh, that's a problem in the West.
Same thing with the Bible.
That's a problem in the West.
To read the original, you have to be able to read it in Sanskrit.
And if the original is not available, then read the commentaries, and then anything that doesn't tally with your experience, don't go for it. Think that there is something wrong in the writing. It's something wrong with the writing. Otherwise, don't confuse your experiences because it is written there something. That something will be wrong, and personal experiences should not be doubted.
That's where people get together Maharishi, is by reading common subjects and discussing, and this group here is probably together because they've done a lot of reading on this subject, become interested in it, and want to find out more about it. That's what it does for people in this country anyway. Bringing together, it does.
Yes.
The exclusion is to try to get
Into it deeply. Yes. You don't go into it deeply.
Someone who did not have guidance in meditation and wants the master claims that in her own meditation she asked and received a mantra. What does that indicate?
Tell them not to believe such superficial things. It's not good. It's not good. It may be by chance a correct mantra. It may be by chance a correct guidance, but on such type of guidance, on this system of receiving guidance, one should not rely. We should not rely on such systems. Maybe sometimes it has been the correct mantra, maybe sometimes with the correct guidance, but it should not be relied upon. We don't rely upon for anything of substantial value. For anything of substantial value, we don't rely on such things. If any such thing is experienced, better confirm it by writing with the actual guide. Always better to get it confirmed and go ahead. Because there may be many things in between involved in this guidance. Maybe it may be a right thing, it may be a wrong thing. We can't depend on such system of inner guidance.
Last night we said that the intuition is the
to you through a sense of intuition and be correct? Or is there some element that
possibility may be there. Possibility. Possibility. We accept the possibility of everything. Maybe somebody received a mantra. Maybe somebody received a guidance. But we can't rely, it's not good to rely on this system of receiving that. Intuition is all right if it is intuition. Intuition is all right, it's perfectly right. It will always be right if it is intuition. Maybe sometimes it's only an imagination, just an imagination, maybe an imagination. Intuition. If it has been found by long continuous experience of the information by intuition. Some friend coming in, then before half an hour you begin to find, he might come, and then he comes. Something might happen and begin to happen. Such informations, if they go on happening, then we might think, probably it is the information by the intuition, and this future is foreseen by intuition itself. But for anything of substantial value, we do not much depend on that. If it comes, okay, it happens, okay. And if it doesn't happen, then we do not risk anything. Some man, here in New York. I was in New York, and in that hotel, and the lady who used to come for cleaning, and he said, you are a holy man from India, and you will tell me the number. Now the number. Before that, I didn't know what number was. I asked her, what do you mean by this? I asked her what this number was, and there was another man along with him. He said, we spend some money and we get more out of the number, and if the number is right. I said, I don't know that art of telling the number. They were much discouraged. They felt that I know it and I'm not telling them. Because many people are coming and all sorts of people are coming to meet this holy man, and how can it be possible that he doesn't know telling numbers? This type of intuition, in the intuition the intuition get the number in this, all this is. So, anything substantial we don't base on such type of intuition unless we are pretty sure that I am not being biased by any preconceived notions. My mind is free and it is not biased by any preconceived notions, and in the pure serene mind something comes. Okay, if it is to happen, it will happen. But we don't base our substantial doing on such things. Let things carry on. If that is some indication which might help us to become little bit more cautious, we become cautious. Something, we become cautious. Maybe there are various types of such forecasts. foreseeing things. So we become cautious. More than being cautious, we don't much rely on such intuition. Nor do we purposely search for these things. Nor do we exert our mind, nor do we vacate our mind and see what is there and all this. This is not good game. It can it doesn't much. Even if it might help, but we do not waste the mental power on such things. Let the reservoir be full. Let the reservoir be full and let it overflow. And when it overflows, then the surrounding areas will get water naturally, very naturally. But let them get the water when it overflows, and then let them freely get it. And till it overflows, let it be full. Let it become full. During the process of meditation, it's getting on fuller and fuller. The personality is developed. Let it develop. Let it develop. Let the mind develop. Let the intellect develop. Let the intuition develop. Let the intuition be ripe enough. Let it be ripe enough. Then we'll use it any way we like. When we sow a seed and the seed sprouts, it's so tender. Small trees, so tender. Even the ants are able to eat it out. And when the tree becomes big, then even the elephants are tied on that. So if the intuition is growing, we would allow the intuition to become so big and so thick, the trunk of the intuition, so that the elephants might be tied to it. Not we begin to use it when the ants are able to eat it out. This is the best scheme of life, to gain and store and develop and let it develop. Let it develop to some good considerable degree of development.
Will that man get the mantra by himself, or does he get it with help from another person, a motivated person? Or does he give the mantra? Does he need the mantra?
As long as practice is necessary, so long the mantra is necessary. And when the practice is not necessary, then mantra is not necessary, medium is not necessary. Practice will be necessary till we get on to cosmic consciousness. Cosmic consciousness is the state where the transcendent divine state of being comes to be lived in the field of all outside gross experiences. That state of being to be lived through all the thick and thin of life. That's cosmic consciousness. Till then, practice will be needed. That is, to lead the mind there and let the mind be it and let it come out and let the mind be it and let it come out. Gradually coming out, it comes out more and more saturated with it. Someday, 100% of the inner state of being comes to be lived in the outer experiences of life. That becomes cosmic consciousness. When it becomes cosmic consciousness, then in and out become the same. Then going in is not necessary. Remaining outside, we enjoy the inner glory. It is when we dig a well, we have to dig it very deep. And when the water comes up, then the water level comes up. When it has come on the surface, then we need not go deep, just on the surface we take it up. So, as long as we have to go deep, so long the practice is necessary. As long as the practice is necessary, mantra is necessary. Some medium is necessary on which the mind will travel from outward to inward. And that medium is mantra. So as long as traveling from out to in is necessary, so long will the mantra be necessary, a medium will be necessary. When the going in is not necessary, when the inner treasury has already been brought out, then we don't get in, and then no medium is necessary, no mantra is necessary. till we get on to cosmic consciousness, practice is necessary, and then the mantra is necessary.
It's by your intuition that our masters are selected for each individual.
Oh, divine behavior, same love. All love and all happiness and all energy and all peace and all divine behavior, godly behavior. Because that alone is omnipresent. That alone is omnipresent, and the omnipresent should be lived. And we begin to live it. When we begin to live it, then we begin to live it. When 2-3 men begin to swim on water, what do they exchange? The same drops of water going each side, this side and the spring of the same water going this side and no other. They don't exchange sand. When they swim in water, they don't exchange sand or anything. They exchange the drops. And the same wet drop. So in the field of omnipresent bliss, what should be exchanged? Only bliss and only love and only divinity. Nothing else could be exchanged.
The commandment in the Bible, or the inner commandment, is thou shalt love no other God before me, for I am a jealous God. Does that dispute the idea of us worshiping in spirit?
What to say again? What it is? Now,
Thou shalt not worship any other God, for I am a jealous God.
I am a jealous God.
The Bible starts with that. But what the commandment is that? Thou shalt not worship any other God.
Thou cannot worship any other God. If it shall not there, I am prepared to say, thou cannot worship any other God. There is no other God which could be worshipped. Is there any other God which could be worshipped? Oh, the same omnipresence, absolute bliss consciousness. Same, there is only one God, and nobody can worship any other God. There is no other God. There is no other God, that is one statement. No one can worship any other God, because that which is God, that which holds Godhood is one God, and that Godhood is the transcendent inner man, and that is it. No other God is there. No other God is there, and no one else can worship any other God, because God is. That which is absolute bliss is Godhood, and one can worship only bliss. That which is devoid of bliss, that which is devoid of glory, it cannot be worshipped by anyone. And there is nothing which is devoid of glory, because it's omnipresent. So the same, it could be said in any way. In whatever way it is said, it's okay.
Something that is not God? suggest slavery to something that is not God?
Even that is not devoid of Godhood. That is one aspect of God. One aspect. Freedom is one aspect. Slowly, there are degrees of freedom. Absolute freedom. Relative freedom. From the maximum freedom, we are coming to the lesser freedom and lesser and lesser. Zero freedom. When it becomes negative freedom, it is termed slavery. It's negative freedom, all this slavery. They are all nothing but the same, different aspects of the same thing. Even slowly, even slavery. Man can be slave to God only. He cannot be a slave to anybody because nothing is so glorious and glorified as to fascinate the man. Man cannot be slave to anyone else than God. Any slavery will be temporary. Any slavery will be temporary because nothing will be able to hold on the man for all time. Only that which is eternally glorified, that alone will be able to hold on to the man. Man could only remain all time in the most glorified aspect of Godhood. In the other cases where the Godhood is not Godhood, there is no God, man cannot be slave to anything else. Temporary. We enjoy the flower, we are slave to the flower, but temporary. That slavery can't be permanent. We like this. No, nothing can win a man except God, which is absolute bliss consciousness. Man cannot be won by anyone. No, nothing can win a man. Only He who is almighty, omnipresent, eternal bliss consciousness. That alone can win the man, and man can get on to that only. Nothing else can win a man.
We attain this absolute bliss consciousness. Is there a level where the individual continues to function as entities and more or less continue the evolutionary process, say on another plane? In a higher plane, like directives or some higher scheme of things, some divine plane.
Having come to absolute bliss consciousness, having come to cosmic consciousness, there is no higher plane left for them to go. Existence in that state becomes cosmic. Existence becomes cosmic. They do function as identity. They hold their identity. Cosmic consciousness is that which holds the individuality, holds cosmic existence, both together. As man, they will be functioning as long as this body functions. When the body ceases to be, they don't cease to be. Their existence is already cosmic. It's already cosmic, they don't cease to be. It's not that they leave the body and go out somewhere in some other plane and function from that other plane. All this is not applicable to them.
What I mean is, in accordance with the divine plan, it wouldn't seem that all activity would end after we achieve this bliss consciousness.
All activity.
There must be something that goes on later.
All activity does not cease.
As far as human life is concerned, I don't mean that. I mean the whatever it is, the earth or the
other spheres.
Because degrees where you have a number of planets beings who direct the evolution of human races.
That we are prepared to accept, but they will not be those who attained cosmic consciousness in human life. They will not be those who attained cosmic consciousness in human life, because cosmic consciousness gets to eternal existence. The existence becomes universal. There is no place where they can go. There is no place where they are not already present. The existence they become omnipresent. Now, if the evolution has not, now this is the zenith of evolution, highest. If they have not got to 100% cosmic consciousness, maybe on the line 60%, 80%, 90%, 99.9%, they have a chance to become either man or these angels or somewhere according to their desire. Well, if they have the desire to go to some world, they go. If they have the desire to rule the world, they rule. If they have the desire to guide the world, they guide. But all this will be the fate of those who are not 100% cosmic consciousness and who have some desire, so that when the body ceases to function, by virtue of that desire, they go to that place and live that desire and enjoy that desire.
That is something then like the advantage side of Buddhism. When you attain the advantage, when you attain it, some of them have the option before attaining it to come back and help the rest of humanity.
Not after attaining nirvana.
No,
Before attaining nirvana, if the body ceases to function, then they will be born, anywhere they may be born according to their desire. But coming to cosmic consciousness, it's a full stop to evolution, and it's a full stop to going and coming in here, nothing there.
Well, then, would you say evolution stops when we attain cosmic consciousness?
That is the highest pitch of evolution.
Evolution is fine, but how about the spirit? Nothing beyond this?
The individual has become universal. It has evolved. The individual mind has evolved to universal mind. The individual intellect has evolved to cosmic intellect. The individual ego has become cosmic ego. There is no more chance to expand. There is no more chance to develop. That's the zenith of, that's the end of evolution. When one rises to infinity, then the infinity and then infinity, and that is the end. It's not the end, then it's eternity and infinity. All that is in the field of relative order, in the field of creation. All this creation, this world and this world and this world and these angels and these gods, and all in the field of relativity. Cosmic consciousness is omnipresent. Omnipresent. Cosmic consciousness alone remains when the worlds go, and that unity prevails. That alone is, when the worlds come up, that alone is, in that the worlds come up, that comes up as different worlds, and when it goes, and that alone remains. Ultimate reality, that alone remains. Yes? As I said yesterday, the angels, their development capacity of experience is more than man, but the chances in the angel world to realize are less. The chances are less. They are capable of doing it. The chances are more here for realization, and gone to that status, the chances become less. Oh, they can come and go anytime. They have aerial bodies and they have more capacities of doing, and they come and go.
I hate to put a stop to this interesting discussion, but it is getting past our time.
Yes.
I thank you, Your Holiness, for a very inspiring evening. I feel that I owe you an apology for letting you stagger the first part of the evening. That's a very giving subject. But I keep thinking back to a time when Maharishi was first out here. He was giving some lectures in Hollywood. He had a nice little program printed up. Tonight we're going to talk on this, tomorrow night we're going to talk on that, and so forth. Well, in the middle of one of these lectures, someone asked a question, and in this question, he mentioned the topic Maharishi was supposed to be speaking on. Maharishi looked at it and said, "Oh, is that what I'm talking about tonight?" So I kind of forget about topics when I listen to Maharishi, because he always has plenty to say and it's always very interesting. We have another important topic to discuss also, and that, of course, is lexicon. We're trying to go different this morning. There have been many comments about interference while Maharishi is talking. Starting that going around, start opening, people there, get the money. We thought we'd wait for the Maharishi was through, and then pass the back for the final meditation. I'd also like to remind you that there are many expenses connected with this setup. The expenses are all real expenses. We have many fine people in the organization who are donating constantly, not only money, but in time, material, everything necessary to keep this going. Maharishi himself accepts nothing. Comes with a little roll. He doesn't have a suitcase. I'll take that back. He did have a suitcase. He has basically a little roll that he carries with him. Brings nothing but a great gift he's trying to give us. He gives this gift fully while he's here. Has very few expenses here. Very minimum cost for living. Everything that is collected goes into sponsoring him, making his facilities available to sponsor him, and sending him on his way. We delighted with tickets, plane tickets, wherever he's going, Dave provided him a ticket to India. That's the next point of basic interest beyond Europe. He's going to get selected in Europe too. We also tried to provide him with funds, keep him going, keep him and his right-hand man, Ron, going while on this tour. That's what we hope to do with the money that we're collecting. So we ask you to be very generous in putting money in the basket, but please don't feel as though you have to. Don't want to. Don't feel as though you can afford it. You're entirely welcome anyway. But if you can afford more than customers put in $10, put that in, because we really need the money. We appreciate it. Last night we had a very fine response to the actual talk. We appreciate everything you're going to help us. We just need everything we can. Thank you very much.
Yes. that is very important. During this week, it is needed that the 3-year plan, which has been drafted in English, be translated in as many languages as possible, in French, German, Dutch, Russian, Italian, Spanish, Japanese, Chinese, other languages. So those who are conversant with languages other than English should come forward and translate it. Don't worry for great literary aspect of translation, because I believe those who are meditating will be able to translate much better than those who are not meditating, even if they were literary people in that language. So I believe many would be there, or if you have your friends who may translate in other languages than English, it's very necessary, it's very important. During this week, I wish to have all the translations drafted out. After we have finished meditation, those who would like to translate will tell them.
May I introduce a friend of mine, Miss Sells, Mary Ellen Sells, Maharishi.
Very good. You are happy? Fine.
She has had some Vedanta. I don't know if that would interest you at all.
Huh?
She has had some study of self-realization.
Oh, you are doing Kriya? Kriya you are doing? Kriya you are doing? How many you do?
No, I didn't take Kriya Yoga.
Didn't take Kriya?
What was it, the Rajas? No, self-realization. Oh, self-realization. She wants to have an interview.
Come.
When?
Tomorrow. As soon as possible. Don't lose time. Come tomorrow.
Okay, we'll make arrangements.
Yes. Yes.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, good.
I'm so sorry I missed last night and the night before, but I couldn't help it. But I had a marvelous meditation this morning, and when I came out, it was like my eyes had been looking into terrific light that I couldn't see for a long time, and there was broken columns of light all over. Is that good? Very good. Just go right on and not look at it? Not look at it, just go right on?
When you have come out of meditation, then all that is good.
Yes, that's good. Well, I had that all during meditation, long strings of broken columns of light, as big as my finger and terrifically brilliant. Joint. That's good.
Good. Good. You meditated today?
Yes.
And you look much brighter, you feel better?
Oh, yes. I meditate twice.
Twice?
Yeah.
Each time how long?
Half an hour. 30 minutes.
And felt much better?
Oh, yes. Yes.
And your wife? She's not here today?
No, because she's babysitting.
Oh. Did she meditate? She didn't get time to meditate?
No, not that. She said after I leave, she meditates. Probably.
Then tell her your experiences and ask her to meditate.
Yes.
This is just the beginning, and she must meditate and tell me how she feels.
Okay.
Yes.
I think probably Thursday she comes. Because she got off.
Today is Monday?
Yeah, Monday. Because she's off Wednesday and Thursday.
She should meditate and tell me.
Okay.
Meditate and tell me, because when you sow a seed, then you have to take more care about it. And first week of initiation is very important. Must meditate and tell me.
Good. I'm going to tell her this tonight.